Good morning, Shay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will you please remain standing for a moment of silence? Okay, Shay, you may be seated, and now for SheaTV. Good morning, Shay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will you please remain standing for a moment of silence? Okay, Shay, you may be seated, and now for SheaTV.
Good morning, Shea Scorpions. You're watching SheaTV, and it's Tuesday, November 3rd.
Yearbook Club. There will be a yearbook meeting today after school in Miss Vavella's room until 4 p.m.
Teachers, for those of you interested, there is a board meeting this Thursday, November 5th at 7 p.m.
Students of the Week. We just wanted to congratulate the Students of the Week one more time. A big shout out to Nicole Goldman and Lori Griffin. We will also be featuring the avid student of the first quarter. Congratulations to Zoe Rorick. Let's hear what Mrs. Jones had to say.
Students, thanks to all of those who participated in the genre of the month for October.
October winners will be announced tomorrow. It's a new month, and that means we have a new genre. For November, we will be featuring History. Select any history book from AR that includes both fiction or nonfiction, as long as it is a historical book from AR.
Take the quiz, earn 100%, and get your chance at a candy bar.
All the while, you also will be adding up words to get that millionaire status, where you will earn a fun-sized candy bar, full-size candy bar, and earn the chance to win $5 for every million word read.
The last day to turn in tickets for the history genre is Monday, November 30th.
Teachers, staff, and students, we love great book reviews. We'd like to feature your historical book recommendations right here on SheaTV Book Talk. Please see Miss Weber to be featured on Book Talk. Visit any day during I&E or send her an email.
Sunflower seeds, in a word, no. We are having a real problem with sunflower seeds on campus. Students are being disrespectful and messy, leaving seed shells everywhere. This also attracts birds, which leads to even bigger mess with bird droppings. So students, sunflower seeds with shells are no longer permitted on campus.
You are permitted to bring no shell raw seeds. If you have any questions or concerns, please see Mr. J.
And speaking of Mr. J, be sure to tune in at the end of SheaTV for historical moments with Mr. J. Our word is pride.
Definition: a responsible or a reasonable or justifiable sense of one's worth or importance.
What about you, Scorpions? How do you show your pride?
And now for our favorite topic, lunch.
Hungry? Here are your lunch choices for today.
Asian chicken and rice bowl.
Pepperoni pizza.
Fruit and cheese pack.
Now for the weather. Today, you can expect scattered showers. Our cooling trend is holding nicely. We will reach a high of 82 degrees and a low of 54. I'm Oli.
I'm Nevaeh.
I'm Jose.
Make it a great day, Scorpions.
We want to congratulate avid superstar Zoe Rorick for the first quarter 2015 Avid Superstar. She has many admirable traits. As a student, Zoe has challenged herself this year to tackle her first honors class, Honors Science. She works hard, and by doing so, earned her spot on the principal's list or honor roll every quarter of her 7th grade year. She is also on the honor roll for her first quarter of 8th grade. Off campus, Zoe shines by volunteering at a Helping Hands community where she volunteers to help younger students with schoolwork. Throughout the past 2 years, I have been impressed with Zoe's graciousness and thoughtfulness. I also know that she is reliable, and I can trust Zoe to always work her hardest and to do the right thing. I know her beautiful character and strong work ethics will serve her well, and Zoe will be successful in every goal she aspires to attain, and she will continue to help and make a difference to others. Thank you, Mrs. Jones, for that avid superstar recommendations, and congratulations, Zoe, and keep up the great work.
Good morning, Shea Middle School. Mr. J here for another episode of History with Mr. J. Today, I thought it would be good to talk a little bit about another unknown person in history, someone who's been forgotten, and kind of a story that you probably do not know. Most of you have heard of Paul Revere and Paul Revere's Midnight Ride, where he warned the countryside of the impending British attack on the colonists. What many of you might already know is that Paul Revere did not ride alone. As you learn in your history class, it's common knowledge that Paul Revere rode with Dr. Samuel Prescott and William Dawes. And if you've learned that story, you'll also learn that he was pulled over by the British and interrogated. But yet, of all the people that we know about that rode that night, Paul Revere is the one that stands out the most. And the reason for that is because of a poem written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And in that poem, and the poem begins by saying, "Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. On the 18th of April in 75, hardly a man is now alive who remembers that famous day and year." And so because of that poem, Paul Revere goes down in history as the man who warned us of the British coming in the American Revolution. But what you probably didn't know, and I want to talk to you today about, is that actually one of the most successful writers was a young girl by the name of Sybil Ludington, who was only 16 years old. Here's her story. A young American patriot, Sybil Ludington, is the female counterpart to the more famous Paul Revere. Her father was loyal to the British Crown until 1773 when he joined the rebel cause. He was quickly promoted to colonel and led his local regiment. Colonel Ludington's area of command was along the vulnerable route that the British could take between Connecticut and the coast of Long Island Sound. When British troops and loyalists attacked a nearby town, Danbury, Connecticut, in 1777, a rider came to the Ludington household to warn them and ask for the local regiment's help. At the time, the colonel's regiment was disbanded for planting season, and all the men were miles apart at their respective farms. The rider was too tired to continue, and Colonel Ludington had to prepare for battle. So he asked his barely 16-year-old Sybil to ride through the night, alerting his men of the danger and urging them to come together to fight back. Ludington rode all night through the dark woods, covering 40 miles, a significantly longer distance than Paul Revere. And because of her bravery, almost the whole regiment was gathered by daybreak to fight the British. After the Battle of Danbury, legend has it that George Washington even went to Ludington's home to personally thank Sybil for her help. Although Ludington never gained the widespread fame that Paul Revere did in America's history, she was honored with a stamp by the Postal Service in 1975. There's a statue of her by Lake Glenita in Carmel, New York, and there are historical markers tracing the route of her ride through Putnam County. Until next time, this has been History with Mr. J. Have a great day, Shea. Hey, good morning, Shea Middle School. Mr. J here to talk to you about sunflower seeds. It's come to our attention that we've had quite a bit of sunflower seeds here on campus, and it's one of the things that we got to remember is we don't want food outside the cafeteria. We also don't want the sunflower seeds on campus because the shells not only make our campus look dirty, but they also encourage birds to come, and that leads to more problems. So please do the right thing and put those away. And if you see anybody out with them, just remind them that we're not using those on campus, and we'll go from there. Have a great day, Shay. Thank you.